But also you can listen to me right now, now?
Yes, Professor, I can hear you.
I try my resources, so that's why I'm asking you. It's only you, Adriana, early.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Uh-huh.
It looks like that, Professor.
But anyhow, we're going to start. Let me try to share my screen. Mhm. Okay, you tell me if you can see my screen, okay?
Yes, Professor.
So we can start. Do you can see my screen?
Yes, Professor, I can see it.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, today our topic is not so complicated, okay? Very easier. Let me try to like make it loud. Would you like a presentation? Wait a minute. Okay, do you can see it? Adriana?
I see your icon and the university's icons as well as mine.
Uh-huh.
I don't really see anything besides that.
You cannot see it then.
No, like if you're portraying the syllabus or something like that, I cannot see it.
Okay. I don't know why like Let me see if I can try another form to open it because I having problem with it. Okay.
Now I can see it.
Oh yes. Okay. I'm trying another form because if you have plan A, B or A, you're supposed to have B too. Okay. Okay, Adriana, I know you are the only one is here. My name is Professor Dana Vernon.
Nice to meet you, Professor.
Good morning, first of all, yes. And also, I'm going to be your facilitator this fourth session. Maybe it could be two session only, okay? The other one's like they're going to be, okay? So we have in the first session, okay? Let me see here. Like I slide it down. And that's okay. As you can see, we have the table of content. We have the content number one, we have will. Number two, we have be going to. Also the simple present, okay, and progressive. Okay.
Okay, Professor.
We have an example here for a will.
Sorry, Professor, the slices are not showing up.
It's not showing down.
No, just the first one.
Okay, let me see. Uh,
Okay, now it
no,
worked.
now yes, I working.
Yes.
Okay, we have an example here. For example, we using as well. The Lisa will run home tomorrow. Okay, and the other side we have here how to use will. Okay, do you can read it for me, please?
Okay, the sentences of will, the affirmative.
Uh-huh. The
Okay,
structure early. Uh-huh. Do you can see well to make it more bigger?
I can see it very well, Professor.
Like this? Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one says, I will go there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Second one, you will go there on Friday. Next, he will go there next week. She will go there next month. It will
Mm-hmm.
go there next year. We will go there later. I don't really get to see the last one, but
Okay,
I guess
nice.
he says they will go there. They
Uh-huh.
okay. They will go there soon.
Okay.
And next on the side we have
The
base
basic
from
form of infinitive. Uh-huh.
yes. To no it to it's prohibited like go to
Yeah.
study, speak, etc. You will go no. It will go like you will go.
Mm-hmm.
It will goes. That's not the
Yes,
correct.
because we are not speak like that. Okay, you will go to go. Okay,
Yes,
it's so
Professor.
it's does not sound so good. Okay, we're doing like a very refresh of will of going to is as you can see it's not so complicated. Okay,
Yes,
this
Professor.
tense. This tense is I love this tense because it's for the student is very comfortable. Okay, they say we'll use for future action. They say making prediction and unexplained event. We are making prediction in unexpected event. For example, I will rain this afternoon prediction. My team will win the game today as a prediction. Do you can write a sentence for me as a prediction by yourself, please?
Reading the same sentences.
Um, Also, you can create your own sentences, only one. for a prediction.
Okay, for
We have
prediction.
it is will rain this afternoon. It's a prediction. The other one is my team will win the game today as a prediction. Uh-huh. So you can have a sentences or can write a small sentences for me about your prediction for tomorrow, for example.
Okay. Um, I will pass my driver license exam tomorrow.
Excellent. Very nice. Okay, thank you for your participation.
My pleasure,
Good.
Professor.
Okay, let me see what I have here. Okay, I have another one for decision. They say, wait, I will help you. Okay, I will have a coffee with bread, and she will buy a burger from Wendy's. You can make a sentences. Another one. We're doing
Okay.
interaction, okay? Both of you, because it's only you and me, so we have to interact both.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Very
that.
glad, Professor.
Uh-huh.
My pleasure. Okay, so here we go. Let's say I will have dinner with my parents
Mhm.
tomorrow morning. Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow is Sunday, so excellent. You got it. Okay, I have another one here. Using be going to. I love be going to because I remember a lot of things that I maybe I'm going to have. Okay, or maybe I'm going to do. So I say, look at those clothes. Yeah, it is going to rain. As is be going to. Okay,
Okay.
be going to and will is like similar to will. Okay, but it's another form to speak. We have the sentence structure here. We have the subject, the verb, also be plus. Okay, going to plus main verb plus object. We have, for example, we have car plus is plus going to cook dinner at 6 p.m. Okay. So for tomorrow, you're going to have lunch with your mom. How do you can make a sentences with going to?
Roger that, Professor. So, okay. Here we go. Um, I'm going on vacations next month.
Okay. Very good. You're going vacation next month. How far away you going to?
Just here.
Just here?
Yeah.
In your country, in our country. Oh, a lot of place to go to visit. Okay, nice place. I know that. Uh,
Yes.
Really. Okay, let me see here. We have this one is very easy too, as making a plan and decision. When we make a plan, also as a teacher, okay, or any work we are going to do at the moment, we have to plan, okay? Today, have making a plan, we have an activity or event to plan to happen, okay? It's going to rain at 3 p.m. We are going to go to the park at 5 p.m. Okay, this is a plan. You plan it, okay? That's why we say going to. As a decision, the intention and plan. We are going to get married soon, but not yet, okay? That's why the decision that you have right now, but it's not for like, so we say right now, okay? She's going to become a student at Sunachi next year. Okay. If you, it's not in a hurry, but also you can think to make a sentence with making a plan and making a decision. Okay. You can take your time and not so like
Roger
fast.
that, Professor.
Okay.
Okay, so I think the first one making plans would be like um, we are going uh, we're going for a picnic at the park
Uh-huh.
tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
and making decisions would be like I'm going to book a flight to uh, Colombia for next year.
Okay. At least you have the decision, but it's not for right now. As is making a plan. You can see the difference of the making a plan and decision.
I think that making plans has to do with something that is going to happen like really soon,
Yeah.
and then making a decision is something that will take time, will but will eventually happen.
Yes. It really take time because it's not for right now. Okay. Okay. Excellent. You got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mhm. Okay, let me see here. We have a simple present also. This is the first session we have, what we have in our content as a present tense. Okay. Always in our speaking, we have to use simple present. Yes or no?
Yes.
I remember a friend of mine. We were studying for be a teachers, also for be studying English. And she told us, "Oh my goodness, I don't want to be a teacher. Do you know why? You why? Because I don't want to only teach verb to be. But no, but you can teach another thing, that's only to be. Okay. I know when we are speaking, okay, we have to use the simple present tense in our emotion, but not you have to like teach be only is are, okay? She said, I don't care. I don't want to teach. I want to travel. And telling me right now, she a teaching. Verbi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to say no. Sad. There's many tense. We have a lot of structure. We have a tense. And they say when we talk about habit, when we talk about routine or simple action, I know we have sentence structure. Also, we have the subject, simple verb plus object and complement. Okay. We have work in McDonald's as a chef. This is a sentence. We have she watch at the sky. So you can see all. This is like a review for you. Okay.
Yes, professor.
Yeah, I know you. We're only doing like a refresh here. This is, for example, the third person. So we have the example too. We have third person singular. When you speak in the third person, we add s. But as our culture, even though when we are speaking, um, literally we use the s. We dismissing the s. I don't know why. Okay, we know you have the s of the end, but we're dismissing it. Okay. We have the first person, we have I, you, we, and they. Okay. And the third person, we have he, she, it, and name of a person. Okay. We have the example here. You work in Meduca, the first. He works in Meduca, the third person. Okay.
Yes.
Depending on the verb. Okay. The S as on the end of the changes. Okay. Okay. Let me see what I have here. We have more rules. Somebody said to me that, okay, that when we teach the language, we don't teach it with rules. Okay. They say because students get like crazy when they say, well, rules. We start with rules and for everything. Okay. They say also when we have rule in Spanish, also we have rule in English. This is going to be crazy. Okay. So, but we need to know the rules. Okay. If you don't use it, it's maybe okay at the moment when you're learning the language, but you need to know that there are being a rules there. Okay. When we use s, well, how we have to add the z, but sh too. Okay. How we going to change the consonant. Okay. But sometimes when we use word, you don't listen to the consonant also, okay? Let me see here if I have another. I am not so well today because in my school everybody gets sick.
Oh no, are you sick as well?
I'm trying to like no, but I am not feel so well from yesterday because all the students that with fever, they vomiting, they are
Oh
feel bad.
no.
And they come, they say, "Oh, teacher, my mom sent me to school, and I feel so bad." Okay, so they start to vomit and all of that, and that is not so good for my health. Okay, so we are trying to do the best. Okay, we have present progressive. What I can say about the present progressive? You say the birds are flying high. Okay. The present progressive is not so hard to learn easier because you know that they have a rules, and the rule is that you have to put uh, at the end of the verb the ing form. Okay, that is like clear. So we have here, for example, he is drinking. Also, he's reading. He's smiling, and he's singing. This is the action. Okay. When we talk about action happening at the moment, we can say the sentence is structure. Okay, we have subject plus verb be, main verb with ing, also plus the object and complement. For example, we have he is drawing in his notebook. The students are watching a documentary. Okay, do you can make two sentences with the ing, please?
Okay, professor.
Uh, can be
Um, yeah.
uh
Okay.
with any
Sure.
verb, with any verbs. Uh-huh.
Mhm. Um, she's watching. Um, she's watching a movie in the living room,
Okay,
and my family is traveling to Volcan tomorrow.
okay, very good. Excellent. You are teaching right now?
No, professor.
You're not working.
No, I many things happened before after the pandemic, and I couldn't hand in my documents to Meduca and try to participate to get a
And to
spot and be
complete,
a teacher.
okay. Oh,
Yeah, so I just decided to join the well, yeah, institute and get more points before going because the points that I had weren't enough to participate.
it's very low.
Yeah,
You need more points. Yes, because I have a son. He's a teacher too. Also, he's starting just as 2 years ago, and his point is very low too, and he have problem right now with that. Okay, you need point. I have a lot of points. I say, well, I want to give you my point.
I've seen people that had like over 200 points. That's crazy for me. How can they do
Yes,
that?
really, I know that. I can.
Wow.
I saw it. Another point. In this part of the our country, people study a lot. Also, um, at least in Spanish, maestro de grado, they study a lot,
I
and
bet they do.
they have a lot of point, at 300 point, for example.
Oh shoot.
Yes,
Yeah, that
that make
it
you feel
feels
like,
like,
wow,
yeah, it makes
scared
you feel exactly.
and disappointed. That's what happening here. Oh my
I
God.
felt devastated. I felt like I was worth nothing.
So at when I start years ago, I had my permanent uh, in Comarca Nove Bucle with only 30 points.
Really?
Yes, in those days, okay, 30 points. But also, I have a friend. She's from Boquete, and she fighting with me because I have 30, only 30 points, and she have 30 point and a half. So I lose, for example, um, at least a vacante. I lose it with her, fighting with her the vacante, and she's still near to the street, and I have to walk for that 5 point. I have to walk at least 4 hours.
Jesus, that's a lot.
I walk a lot. For 4 years, I walk and I travel them to my job for that 4 points that I lost. Okay.
But
I-
how do you deal with that pressure? Like, do you feel like drain or something even worse
when I and when I get the job, or when I lose it there, that
when you lose it and you have to walk?
because she have 30 points, I have 30 points, and she had 30 and a half. That's why when people say that, wow, that only a half is nothing, nothing. I can tell you that I walk at least 4 years walking for the 5 points that I lose there. Okay, because she have the opportunity. Okay, and she
Yeah.
wanted. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Easy. I never forget that. That is like a lesson. Very hard, but I am here right now. My husband sent me more in at Sunday. One is Sunday, and he see me. I'm sitting down here working. He say, "Oh my God, years ago at this time you were walking." I say, "Oh yes, right now I am here. Oh, thanks the Lord." Okay, but I have to study a lot. Yes, I have to take my master degree and all of that stuff to increase all my points. So I am here. So you be continue fighting, baby. You have to do
you're
it.
you're
Uh-huh.
right, Professor. I I heard that when you become a teacher, you are not allowed to stop studying. You have to keep pursuing your career and keep updated with everything.
And do many actualization to also for your job. Mhm. Because things are not staying like you put it there and it's going to stay there. It's moving. Everything is moving. Everything changing. Also, we are as a teacher, we are changed too. Okay. So also we're getting older too. Okay. I have an activity for you as a Padlet. I'm going to send you the link in the chat to start to work. Okay.
Okay, in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I send it out. It's I want to send you the link. Let me see where it is. Okay, got it. Let me put it in the chat. In your group, at least is 20, 21 or 22 students. And I don't know why only you. Yeah, I don't know. Where is everybody? Okay, let me see here. Is it the Padlet? Do you can see it?
Yes, I can see it. It just showed.
Okay, I have a task there for you. to complete. It's about your vacation, I think. Let me see which the Padlet. I have it open. It's like also you have to write the future letters. A future letters describing your Q&A life and present it with an illustration. Do you know how to use the Padlet?
Not really, Professor.
Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. I'm going to like they have the present down. Mhm. Okay. Do you can see? I'm
Yes,
going
I
to
can see,
go there.
Professor.
I'm going to go there to show you how it is. Okay, let's go back. There. Let's see. Uh-huh. Let me see. See here. So what we're going to do? Did have a like a? Do you can see the pencil way down here?
The pencil. The pencil. Oh, yeah, at the bottom.
Uh-huh. Do click there. Click it. It's have like a.
Okay, it opened like
Okay. If you open yours, okay. Do you can put your name on the top on the when it
where it
says
says
subject
subject.
on
Got
the
it.
top donde dice sujeto, you can put your name there.
Done.
After that, away down they say, write something fantastic. Escribe algo fantástico, ¿verdad? Okay, you can put here your activity. Also here you have here, you can see the camera. Also you can add an image here. Also you can vincular if you want. Also they have, I think it's YouTube. They have more, okay? If you want to put a video, you can add it here. This is this part that you can have music, video, also your picture. Okay, you can link anything you want to. Okay, you
Okay,
only have to
Professor.
click and put the name of what you want, and it's okay. So in this part, you have to write about your task. Okay, about your vacation.
Okay, I have to
Or
write
you,
short sentences.
uh-huh. You have to write and describe. Okay, you
Okay,
are to write a very small letter. Also, you can use any resources you want. Okay,
Roger that,
you
Professor.
can use your resources. You can look for resources in the internet, anything to describe your current event and present it. Okay,
Okay, Professor.
so we can interact more. Okay,
Got
when
it.
you're ready, you tell me because we
Okay,
are on.
so
Okay,
one last question. Okay, it says write a future letter describing your current lives and
current
present
event.
it with
Mm-hmm.
illustration. Okay, so I can write, for example, like four lines, but in future of what I'm going to do, like that.
Also, you can use 8 to 10 lines.
Pardon me?
You can write 8 or 10 lines.
8 or 10 lines. Okay, got it.
You can use any resources if you want to. Okay, anything.
Yes, Professor.
Okay.
I will start now.
Okay. You can start.
Hi there, Professor.
You
I
ready?
finished the sentences and I'm trying to add the pictures. So
Yes.
I just add one picture and I'm not really sure how can I add more pictures or is just one picture enough?
No, you only can put one.
Oh,
Only
just
one.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me pick another one. Sorry, I didn't like the one I choose. Okay, I'm done. Do I have to hit publish?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I will. Done.
Uh-huh. You're going to present. Uh-huh. Okay, excellent. You
Thank you.
got it. Okay. Okay. Do you can read what you have there?
Yes, Professor. Okay, so These are my future plans for next year and so on, and the current life that I have as well. So I
Uh-huh.
will start now. For example, uh, next month I will start my vacations from work, and then I will plan on going to the beach with my friends. Next, we will decide later if we can go to the city as well. I will save money and climb Volcán, which is one of my dreams since I live here in Boquete.
Are you
um,
get it? Oh my God.
yes, Professor.
Wow.
um, okay, so my parents and I are saving up enough to travel to Peru next year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm working at a rental car in Boquete, and I plan on saving up enough to become a teacher for next year. Um, One of my dreams is that, thank you. One of my dreams is that I will build my own house in the next 2 years, of course, after I become a teacher.
Oh,
And I dream I will have the cutest house ever built. And finally, I wish I will be able to adopt some pets as my new family members as well.
wow. You're nice, huh? Okay, great. That is your future plan. As of
Yeah.
letters. Uh-huh. Do you have any pet at home?
Yes, we have a cat. He was a feral cat, and he appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the pandemic, and he decided to stay here.
8.
Oh my God,
Yes,
both cats!
they appear. They appear to my home. So I said, welcome.
Wow, they must feel the good vibes.
Yes. I don't look for them. They come to home. They come to my home. So I say, you're welcome.
They
Okay. I
adopted you.
I have here like a futuristic storytelling.
Okay,
For example, because we're supposed to be at least 10 students now here right now, but it's only you. So the same thing that you're doing right now, they have to do it. So, okay?
okay,
Uh-huh. Because it's not fair that you here alone working with me here. So they have to do everything that I have planning for them for today, and you are doing it, they have to do it too. So you will be free for the yeah, just like that. They say futuristic storytelling. We have create and share story and set in the future is as a narrative. Okay? I'm going to
okay,
put it here and make you start to work on it. Okay?
okay, Professor.
Yes. I'm going to put my name. Okay, Dana. And I'm going to write here the futuristic storytelling. Also, you can, as a narrative, you can use going to. Okay?
Going to, got it.
Now, you can look for information if you want. It's a narrative. So I'm going to put it like this, make you know it's a narrative. And I'm going to put futuristic.
Um, Professor, I'm so sorry. Can you just give me like a second? I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
Can you just give me like a second? I'll
Okay,
be
okay,
right
go,
back.
go, go. Uh-huh. Meanwhile, I writing the futuristic story. Storytelling.
Okay, sorry, Professor, I'm back.
Okay. Okay, I have here your next assignment. They say a narrative and futuristic storytelling. We have to create and share story and setting in the future. Can be anything you want to narrate. Okay,
Okay, anything I want to narrate.
anything. If you want to look in internet, anyone or anything, you can do it. Okay.
Okay, Professor. Um, how many lines do you want me to write?
But I can list 20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, 20.
So,
Okay, I will start now.
can be a story.
Okay. Everything futuristic, like anything that comes to my mind that's futuristic.
Yes, can be. Also, you can look for information and like add. Okay.
Got it, Professor. Mhm.
Okay. A lot of information and I have a lot of things here planning for where you are, but it's all like the music say only you. Also, I
Okay,
have
Professor.
a debate here, a report, and all of that stuff. Oh my god!
Okay, sorry, I'm also kind of getting sick.
Ah, you too? Oh my goodness!
For all the raining here is really
I very
really-
freezing too. Uh
yeah.
huh. That's why. Are the worst of here?
I will start writing, Professor.
Okay, you can start. Okay. When you are ready, you tell me, teacher, I'm ready now. Also,
Okay,
at 9:10, we have at least 15 minutes. It's a break time, okay?
got it, Professor.
Right now it's 8:54. Also, when you see it's 9:10, we're taking a break 15 minutes less, okay? So we
Okay,
come
Professor.
back and we are ending.
Okay, I will try to be as fast as possible.
Okay, take your time. At least you have, let me see, half an hour,
Half an hour.
hour
Okay,
and a half.
go your dad. Thank you.
Okay, thank you then.
and going to. Both of these are used to talk about the future, but they have slightly. In this lesson, you will learn the difference between using will and going to. Both of these are used to talk about the future, but they have slightly different meaning. Now, this lesson is part of the series on English verb tenses created by Ingrid to help you improve your English fluency. Now, I have created lessons, separate individual lessons on will, which is the future simple, and on going to. And maybe you have watched these, and if you have, that's great. This will be a wonderful review and a way for you to understand the differences more clearly. And if you have not watched the individual lessons, that's also absolutely fine. You can watch this lesson now, and this will give you a wonderful overview, and then you can go and watch the individual lessons. All right? So let's get started. So when we're talking about the future, we're talking about any time after now, right? Not the past, not the present, any time after now. And we can think about the future in many different ways in English. And we have many different tenses and expressions that we use to talk about the future. But let's focus on these basic ways. So how do you know which one to use? You can think about it in a few ways. First, think, is the situation formal or informal? Because when you separate it like that, it will help you to understand which one to use. So if the situation is formal, it's a formal, official business situation or academic situation, or even a social situation, all right? Formal and official means that you don't know the people at all, or you know the people very well that you're speaking to, or you don't know them very well, the ones you're speaking to or the ones you're writing to. That will be more formal. If that's the case, then you should always use will, all right? It's easy. It doesn't matter about anything else. If it's more formal, use will, which is in fact our future simple. It's also called the future simple tense. Now, if it's informal, you have a few choices. So let's understand what that is. So if it's an informal situation, more casual, more friendly, with people that you know, all right? Then you have to think a little bit further. Is the situation that you're talking about something that you planned in advance or something that is not planned, that is unplanned? What does that mean? You know, for example, if I need to see the doctor, I usually can't just walk in. I need to make an appointment and something like that, right? So this is something that's planned. Or if I'm going to travel somewhere, I need to make the travel arrangements, make a reservation, buy the ticket. These are things that are planned in advance, right? And unplanned just means that you didn't plan it before. You just sort of decided at that moment to do something. Let's look at an example. So if it's planned, first of all, you're going to use going to. And if it's unplanned, you'll use will, or you'll use a contraction with will. So our example is this. Let's say you're at work and you see your colleague getting up and he's going somewhere, and you say, "Hey, John, where are you going?" And he says, "I'm going to get some coffee." Now, John has a plan. He got up for a reason. Why? To go and get some coffee. So it was planned. So he says, "I'm going to get," right? Going to. This is our planned option, right? And then you say, "Oh, you know what? I'll get some too." So you say, "Okay, I'll get some too." Was your decision planned in advance? No. You asked him, he was going to get coffee, and you say, "Oh, okay, I'll get some too." So this is an example of the unplanned one. All right? Now, to understand a little more clearly the formal one, okay, let's look at this example. It's an announcement, for example, at a conference. "Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the conference at 9 o'clock. We will." We will begin, right? It's very official, and they're talking to maybe hundreds of people or thousands of people. It's a little more formal. So that's the formal one. But here we used either going to or we used will for planned or unplanned events. Now let's take a quick look at the structure of will and going to. So basically here we are taking the subject, I, you, we, they, etc. We're taking the word will and then the base form of the verb. That's it. For example, I will work, you will work, we will work, they will work, he will work, she will work, and it will work. Okay? That's when it's formal and you're using the full form. But most of the time, if it's informal, then we don't say all of that. We use a contraction. We say I'll instead of I will. I'll work. You'll work. We'll work. They'll work. He'll work. She'll work. And it'll work. All right? Now, if we want to make it negative, like any negative, we usually add the word not. I will not work tomorrow. Or if you want to shorten it, what would become won't, not will not. I will not is the full form, okay? I will not, you will not work, etc. But when you shorten it, you use this keyword, won't. So will not becomes won't. For example, he won't work. All right? She won't work. Make sure you're pronouncing it correctly also. And a question in this, using in this future simple tense, right, with will, we would say, will he work? Will they work? Will she work? All right? We're changing the order. And of course, this is just a quick overview. In the lesson that I have, which is all about future simple, it's a full class on that. And you'll learn exactly in the positive sentence, in the negative sentence, in the question, and all of the forms. You'll also have more time to practice pronouncing each of these, okay? But this is the quick overview. Now, if we're using going to, then what do? We have the subject, I, you, we, they. We have the verb to be, I am, you are. Then we have going to. Just as an expression, just put it in there. You don't have to change it. And then last, we have the verb in its base form. Okay? So in reality, it will sound like this. I'm going to. Now here, because going to is the informal version, you don't really need to say, I am going to work tomorrow. You can just say, I'm going to work, which is the contraction, which is what we use in informal conversation. Just like here, we use I'll. Here we use I'm. All right, so these would sound like this. I'm going to work. You're going to. We're going to work tomorrow. They're going to work. He's going to work. She's going to work. And it's going to work. All right? That's the basic structure. Now, if you want to make it negative, again, we're going to add the word not, but you could do it in two ways, okay? With I'm, it's just I'm not going to work. That's it. There's nothing else you can do. With these others, you can contract them in different ways. So one way is to say the not, right? You could say you're not going to work. Or you could say you aren't going to work. All right? So the easy way is to just put the not there. Okay? If you're not sure of how this works, just say you're not going to work. He's not going to work. They're not going to work. All right? Not will always create that negative for you. But be aware that people will be using another form as well. And you can, once you're comfortable with it. And it's like that. You aren't. We aren't. They aren't. Or if it's for these three, you could say he's not going to work. That original form, or you could say he isn't going to work. Okay? So those are some options that you have when you're speaking. And the question would be, again, you're reversing the order. So you say, is he going to work tomorrow? Okay? So this is the basic structure that you have to keep in mind. If you know it well, that's great. If you need review, then as I said, watch the individual lessons afterwards so you really understand exactly how to use it, how to write it, how to say it without making any mistakes. Now let's look at when to use going to and will in a little more detail. You already know that if it's a formal situation, then of course we use which one? We use will. But if it's informal, let's look at some of the points to keep in mind. The most important point you've already learned. Is it something planned or something unplanned, right? That's the key, but let's look in a little more detail. So on this side is going to, and on this side is everything with will. So just look at the main points. With going to, we talk about planned things. With will, unplanned. With going to, something is certain. With will, it's uncertain. With going to, something is already decided. With will, you just decided at that moment. With going to, again, it's certain, but with will, it's possible. Okay? So let's understand these first in a little more detail. So an example of planned is, I'm going to call Jim at 3. It's on the agenda, it's in my diary, I have to call him at 3. It's a planned activity. Okay? But an example of the unplanned one, let's say somebody tells you, oh, while you were out, Jim called you. So you say, okay, I'll call him in a few minutes. You just decided that. You didn't have it as part of your plan for the day. It just happened. It was an unplanned thing. Okay? Next, an example of something certain. We're going to visit Spain next month. If you're going to travel, you need to make reservations, buy your tickets, pay the money, all that, right? So this is certain. We're going to visit Spain next month. We've made the necessary arrangements. An example of uncertain, we'll probably visit Spain next month, but we're not sure yet. Okay? So you see here, it's we'll probably, right? And here, I'll call him. Here, I'm going to do this. We're going to visit Spain. Okay? You see that going to and will appearing in each case. Next, if something is already decided, which is really another way of saying what? It's planned, right? These are just different ways. And in many of the textbooks, you will see sometimes long lists which explain which one to use when. I don't think you need to think about it in that much detail. If it helps you, great. But I've tried to bring it down to the few basic points that you need to understand to make this choice. And really, it's up here in the planned and unplanned. This is just a little more detail to help you really get it. Okay? So if something is already decided, you could say, I'm going to have lunch at noon. It's in the diary, you've scheduled it, because after that you have a meeting, okay? So you have already decided. But here, just decided in the sense that at this moment, so you say, you know what, I'm kind of hungry. I think I'll have lunch now, okay? So you just decided at that moment. It wasn't part of something you had already decided. Next, when something is certain, for example, he's going to get the test results today because today is the 15th and they said that all of the math exam results are expected today. So he's going to get the test results today. All right, that's something certain. Or on this side with will, it's possible. I believe he'll pass the test. I don't know. He's supposed to get the results. He's a pretty good student. I believe he'll pass the test, but it's possible, okay? We don't know for sure. Here we know for sure, okay? So these are some of the points to keep in mind when you have to choose this one or that one. But there is one situation in particular where you could use either one, all right? And that's when you're predicting something. You're making a prediction. You're saying what you think will happen or what someone says will happen. For example, the Weather Channel says it's going to snow tomorrow, right? It's going to snow. You could say that, or you could just as well say, the Weather Channel says it'll snow tomorrow. It'll snow, it will snow tomorrow. Okay? So for predictions, you could actually use either one. And another thing to keep in mind, it's wonderful that you're learning these differences because they can make a big difference, all right, to exactly communicating the message that you want to communicate about whether something is planned or not. But don't panic over it, okay? Take it easy, because whether you say going to or whether you say will, both of them refer to the future. So definitely nobody's going to think that you're talking about the past. So they will understand you're talking about the future, but of course, if you want to communicate more fluently and at a more advanced level, or for your exam, or when you're writing a report or making a presentation, then you want to be more precise. And that's why we are going into this in a little more detail. Now let's look at a special situation where you could actually use both going to and will in the same sentence. Let's see how it works. So let's suppose that your friend asks you, what are you doing tonight? And there are some things that you're going to do tonight which you're sure of. You have a plan. You're certain. You've decided. And there are some other things which you're unsure about. You haven't decided yet. You're not certain. You don't have the plan yet. It's possible. These are certain, right? So you could say something like this. I'm going to study for my exam. You know that. You have the plan. And then maybe, uncertain, and then maybe I'll watch a show. Okay? Let's read that again. I'm going to study for my exam, and then maybe I'll watch a show. So this person has something which is sure, studying for the exam, and something which is unsure. And that uncertain part is indicated in two ways. With the word maybe, right? We don't know for sure. And with I'll, okay? But we see here, I'll watch, and we see here, going to study. I'm going to study, okay? So it's possible that in one sentence you have both because you have something that's planned and something unplanned. It still comes down to that basic planned, unplanned difference, okay? Let's look at one more example. So let's say you're planning a trip and your friend asks you, so what are you doing tonight? And you have some plans and some things you're not sure about. So you say, I'm going to pack my suitcases. This is a plan. And then maybe I'll meet some friends for dinner. Okay? So again, we have here, I'll meet, maybe I'll meet. So we have this combination of sure and unsure. Let's read it one last time. I'm going to pack my suitcases, and then maybe I'll meet some friends for dinner. Okay? So again, you could see this combination, and maybe right now you can ask yourself, or if I ask you, what are you doing tonight? Tell me something you know for sure, and tell me something you're not sure about. Okay? And one last point. Did you notice that in this question, I said, what are you doing tonight? So that is the other way that we have using the present continuous for the future, all right? Which is again, something that I've covered in the individual lesson on going to and present continuous. Now let's practice what you've learned. So remember, you're either going to use going to or will. So the first one is something certain. I work on Friday. What would you say? I'm going to work on Friday because it's certain. The second one is uncertain. Maybe I something work on Friday. What should it be? Maybe I'll work on Friday. Okay? All right, good. Number three. Here, something is decided already. So he blank study medicine. What should it be? He's going to study medicine. And number 4, it's not decided yet. It's undecided. He blank study law or medicine. What will that be? He'll. As in, he will. He will study law or medicine because it's still undecided. Okay? All right, number 5. Something unplanned. They blank probably get married. It's unplanned, not planned yet. So what would we say? They'll. They'll probably get married. But now in number 6, it's planned. So what do we say now? They blank get married. What would it be? They're going to get married. Okay? Very nice. Number 7. This is formal. The Prime Minister blank arrive at 8. Which one will it be? The Prime Minister will arrive at 8 because this is formal. Number 8 is informal. So what would we say here? My friend blank come over at 8. My friend is, or you could say my friends going to come over at 8. Okay? So it would be like this. It's one friend. So that would be friend apostrophe S. All right? Now, number 9 and number 10 are both predictions. So what happens there? Do you remember? So with predictions, we could say either one. So number 9, she blank win the election. So we could say she's going to win the election. Or here also, she win the election. We could say she'll win the election, as in she will win the election. So if it's a prediction, you can use either going to or will. All right? So I hope this review helped you to reinforce what you've been learning and where can you go from here. If you'd like to do a little more review on each of these, on the going to, on the will, then you can go and watch the individual lessons, okay, the individual classes, because this is all part of a series of English tenses, all right? So watch the individual class on each of these if you feel you want to know it clearly and more in detail. And if you feel comfortable with that, then you can go on whenever you're ready to the next tense in this series, which is which one? The future continuous tense. Because here we started with future simple, now we're moving to future continuous. And if you'd like to do a little more practice on this, you can go to Ingvid to do a quiz. So thanks for watching and all the best with your English.
Hello there, Professor. I just finished the task.
In this class, you will learn all about the future continuous.
There's someone at information of the Padlet. We know our break time.
Yeah, I just finished.
Uh-huh. Okay, in 5 minutes we're going to start, okay?
Okay,
We're having our break time.
we're on break.
Yes.
Okay, in 5
In,
minutes. Okay, got it.
like, in five.
Um, this will happen only if you're going in the wrong direction of being a good citizen.
That's it. Okay. Okay. Are you finished, Ariana? Adriana, hello. Might be training by Adriana. She out.
If all goes well, we are going to see some changes. So, why use going to? One reason is to talk about pre-made plans. And how do you use going to? Write a subject. Hey, I'm Andy, and I teach English. For today's lesson, we are going to learn another future form. My wife and I are going to start a business. She is going to manage it, and I am going to help. Next week, I am going to meet with some investors. If all goes well, we are going to see some changes. So, why use going to? One reason is to talk about pre-made plans. And how do you use going to? Write a subject plus a form of to be plus going to plus a verb. For example, they are going to come later. All right, your turn. Put the words in order. Click pause.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, you back?
I'm so yes, Professor. I'm so sorry for the heavy rain in here. The internet has fluctuation.
Uh-huh. I know.
What are you going to do next
Okay.
week?
I said, well, something happened.
Next time, we
Would
will
you
learn
mind
about the present
saying something
progressive.
else?
This is
Okay,
American English, and thanks for watching.
okay, let me see. Okay, I'm trying to present your part of it. I said something happened to Adriana.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's okay,
um,
Adriana. Okay, you tell me a night city?
do you have to start from the beginning
No, you can
or in the
continue.
middle? Oh, okay, I
In
will
the middle.
continue then. The beginning?
No, in the middle.
Okay, in the middle. Got it. Okay, so some say that becoming more robotic-like will only take away the little human side that's left inside you, but it's up to you to adapt or get stuck. In Night City, you must watch your back. You never know what or who can come and plan on going to make you go missing. I will go to Night City whenever I feel like I want to have a good time and forget all my worries. I am not going to stay and meet new people because involving with problems is very easy. Will things work if you plan on moving out to this place? Maybe. Nobody knows. But shoot your shot and see how things work out. I misspelled that part. Sorry. One of the charms of this city is how colorful it is, how it will seduce you with all its endless options you can choose to have fun. Night City is a place for young, reckless people, for someone who is going to show up what they are made of. You have to toughen up as an adult if you are going to live there. Night City is going to welcome you with all it has, even the good and bad. As soon as you move out to live here, you're going to see the cultural shock and how you must adjust to its fast pace. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're going there alone, you must find a friends group that can have your back so you feel more secure. I must admit that all the technological advances add up to the city charm and attractions. At the end, I'm not sure I'm suitable to be a citizen in Night City. All the futuristic advances make me feel like I will be bored by the environment in no time. But give it a try and good luck.
Okay, that is a futuristic.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay, our last activity is about a future new report. You can get it from the internet, look for a future new report, for example, and you can place it. That's all. You place it, you read it, and we end it.
So you mean like looking up for a future new report and copy and paste and read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Like any subject in general or
Any
like
news,
health,
anything.
anything. Okay.
Like a resources, research. I'm going to put here future. Future report. I have it. Future news.
Can it be a news about like the environment?
Can be the environment, anything you want. Okay?
Thank
Is it free? Is it free? Okay. Report. Let me see.
Okay, Professor, I got my report.
Okay.
I will publish it now.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Mhm. I'm going to refresh.
Does it show up,
I
Professor?
have it. I have it because I tried to refresh the information. Okay, I have.
Okay.
Let me see here. Uh-huh.
Do you want me to start now?
You can start.
Okay. Okay, so I saw this on the news on the TV like 2 days ago, and I decided to share this information because I think it's really important to take care of our environment. And
Yeah.
well, that's why I picked this one. Okay, I will
Okay.
start now.
Excellent.
Um, Shell is banned by the court to drill in South Africa. In
Mm-hmm.
June 3rd, a South African appeal court on Monday has suspended a previous ruling that halted offshore exploration by Shell, the company that sells fuel to cars and stuff. Um, it opens a new, okay, sorry, along the unspoiled wild coast and allow oil companies another chance at public consultation for documents showed. The lack of public consultation was among key reasons why a lower court ruled against Shell and other oil companies Impact Africa and BG International. In a Kennedy Watch decision, the Supreme Court of Appeal provided a lifetime to oil companies exploring along South Africa's coast, where a series of court actions have delayed exploration and dampened investor appetite. Explore, Exploration interest in South Africa damaged between petroleum hotspots in Namibia and Mozambique has risen following total injuries. Um, Discovery of two large gas fields off the country's east coast from 2019. The case, which has dragged on for years, was heard by the appeals court in May when lawyers for the affected communities and environmental groups, including Greenpeace, defended a prior ruling from the Mackanda High Court, which nullified an exploration right granted to Impact Africa and Shell in 2014. The oil companies and the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy then appealed this ruling, arguing that the court had erred in various aspects, including that climate change and heritage rights should not have been considered by the court. On Monday, the appeal court dismissed the appeal, but using its power recognized the exploration right and its two subsequent renewals in 2017 and 2021. In the circumstances, considerations of justice, equity, and the principles of finality and certainty dictate that the harshness of the exploration right being set aside can and should be, I'm sorry, I don't know, I don't really know how to pronounce it, ameliorated. The judgment seen by Reuters said The court ordered further public participation process to cure the identified defects pending a third and final renewal application by the oil companies. A Shell spokesperson said it respected the appeal dismissal while welcoming the court's direction that the exploration right remains valid, subject to further public consultation and the renewal application. We are examining the ruling in detail and considering our next steps, the person added. Environmentalists and coastal communities have protested against Shell's plans for seismic surveys, saying its underwater acoustics are harmful to marine animals, especially migrating whales. Oil companies have rejected this. If the rights is renewed, then we are back to square one. Ricky Stone, one of the environmental lawyers, told Reuters, we are not taking institutions to appeal the SCI order to the consultation court, he said of South Africa's highest court.
Okay, very good, Adriana. Good job. You believe in the environment and keep up
Yes,
the
I do.
Yes, I do too. It's a better life for our family and everything, okay? We are
Yes.
not destroying anything. Okay, you do many activity. I'm going to upload your grade, okay?
Thank you, Professor.
If you have futuristic, funeral report, the storytelling, also the letter, the current event. Okay, so we do for today a good job. Okay,
Thank you so much,
I'm
Professor.
going to grade you. I don't going to leave you any task because you worked hard today. So no task for you.
Yay.
But yes, because you work very hard. So at least in 15 days we can see again. I don't know what happened if but also we have more students there so we can work many activity, we can work Kahoot and things like games and other stuff I have for today and no one, only you. Okay. So in 15 days I will see you. God save life. Okay.
Okay,
So now
Professor.
that's for you. Okay.
I just have to clarify something. Um, so since I worked and I finished the activities for today, will you leave on the platform? Do you will you leave any like homeworks that I have to finish?
No, I don't going to leave any task for you.
Not for me. So I'm
No,
free
because,
until next class.
yes, because you work very hard today, so and along with me. So you're free.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh, I really appreciate it, Professor.
That is
Thank you so
that is your reward for today.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, my love.
Thank you for your class, Professor.
Okay,
Have a
take
good
care.
day.
The same for you. Take care of yourself, okay? God bless.
God bless you, Professor. On Padlet?
Right? You can have it.
Okay, I will copy it.
It's because we don't have any WhatsApp to send it to you. Bueno, also if in my number. Anyhow, leave it like that.
Okay,
Okay.
Professor. Either way, I will save it on the notes block here on the computer. I will put it there.
Oh
Does
well,
that work?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
see more.
Notepad. Notepad. Oh, okay. I just save it there.
Okay. Even though I'm going to put it in a platform, I won't put it there. So So any problem? You only taking this subject.
We are supposed to take conversation 3 and grammar 2 with you.
So I have you in grammar.
Yes, professor.
So it's okay. So
You have
put
to see me again.
I have to put you a test because that is not virtual. That is like how you put your test and yeah. I only have to grade you, dear. Okay, I only have to put the test and grade you in grammar too. Only.
Okay, professor. Would that be today?
No, I went to check it because they tell me at least as Thursday they send me the
Thursday.
message. Thursday they told me that I went to have those subjects, both of them.
Mhm.
So So let me try to see them. But right now I'm going to upload your grade. Okay?
Okay, professor. May I ask my grade? Please?
Huh?
May I
I'm
ask
going
my
to
grade?
grade you for today, yes. I'm going to grade you.
And
I'll
what
grade you.
what did I get?
Okay, I'm going to grade because when we grade this, it's at least, well, you have your point, 10, 10, 15, like 15 point here, percent. Okay?
Okay, professor.
Plus
Thank you.
your attendance and everything. Okay?
Okay.
You are okay. Okay. So see you next week. No, next
Okay,
week,
professor.
days. Because in 15 days we try. We try
So
again.
we get to see each
So
other
next week
next
you are
Saturday.
free. Next Saturday you are free.
I'm free.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So the way up 15 days and we come back like 26, 27, something like that.
Okay, professor.
Okay.
In any case, may I please have your phone number?
Uh-huh. 65, 65,
Yeah.
16, 9327, 65, 16, 92. 65,
6516 9327.
27. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, my lady. Thank you to don't make me feel so lonely today.
You can always count on me, professor.
It's a
I
lot of
will be here.
students that what? Okay, oh my god, only one.
Maybe they overslept.
No, maybe they thinking that no, they don't have to. I just what? They don't realize that they have to be today and then upload it. So okay.
Okay, Professor
So
Dana.
what's
So
happening in Boquete?
heavy rain every day.
Yes.
Yes, a lot of
How
people
many
are getting
days?
sick. It's been raining like the whole week,
Oh,
but in the early morning, thank you for putting the classroom early in the morning because right after 11 a.m. or 12, it starts raining like crazy.
uh-huh. And no lights, maybe.
Yeah, no lights, no
Oops.
internet service, no nothing.
No, nothing. Only rain.
Yes, and a lot of cold.
Oh my god. Days ago, only sun. Everything hot. And right now, rainy days. Well, we have to thank the Lord for all of that.
Yes, ma'am. You are right.
For good and bad things. You know what we're doing. So we have to pray and to make your life safe.
That's correct.
Uh, that's all. Faith in Him. You know what He's doing. So see you next. Bye bye, and take care of yourself.
You too, Professor. Bye bye and have a really good week.
Okay, the same for you.
Bye.